Hi, my name is Konstantin Magnus. In this Houdini tutorial, we are going to morph between meshes. We do that based on conformal maps in order to pick up corresponding world space positions. So basically, both mesh surfaces get projected onto a disk, and that's the way how they transfer world space positions to each other for interpolating between both mesh surfaces. Let's create a new document and call the geometry container mesh morphing. Inside, we are going to start with a pick head and disable its shader. In order to be able to unwrap this onto a disk without intersections, we should open up the mesh. I will blast the primitives inside pick neck and set up another test geometry called template head. This one is already open, but a little bit small, so let's match its size to the other mesh by feeding it into the second input and scale it to fit. That way, both meshes should have roughly the same size. In order to be able to exchange these meshes later, I will append null nodes called mesh_0 and mesh_1. Now let's create conformal maps, which are basically UV sets, without overriding the existing UV coordinates. First of all, I would like to store my mesh point positions in an attribute called rest. So that way, our current world space positions are being copied to the rest attribute, which is kind of a backup. First of all, I would like to create a point group called boundary. We disable the base group and enable all points on the unshared edges to be inside that group. Before I turn this into a unit circle, I would like to flatten the mesh using a point node, because there's a preset called flatten to ZX plane. Next, let's use the circle from edges node and pick up the point group called boundary. By enabling the radius of 1, we get a perfect unit circle. All mesh points should now be smoothly interpolated inside that circle, so we are going to use the attribute fill node's Poisson equation on the position attribute. I'll just pin down the boundary group and increase the minimum edge length to smoothly fit all the mesh points inside my unit circle. I would like to store these positions into a UV set, so let's use the UV texture node and rename the output attribute map. I can keep the texture type to orthographic, and the projection axis Y is also correct. The only thing I would like to change is the scale's Z component, which I want to set to 0 to make sure it's absolutely flat. You can visualize this inside the UV view by pressing spacebar 5 and switch to map. It will need a while to update, but then there should be a second UV set by the name map. Back to the 3D view by pressing spacebar 1. We can now restore the world space positions using another rest position node set to extract rest. That way we have our mesh back and can now clean up the attribute rest can be deleted, and the group boundary can also be deleted with the group delete node. I would like to call this process at least 2 times for each mesh. So let's isolate the entire chain of nodes and put them into a compiled block node. Let's drag it in and click on the first node, compile begin, and set an input name. I want to call my process conformal_map and copy the name. Now when I want to call this chain of nodes, I want to use an invoke compiled block node, which is asking for the end node of my compiled block and the name conformal map. So now it's working just like before, but I can now easily drag a copy of the invoke node and append it to the second mesh. You can see it here. There should be a UV set called map on each of these meshes. Now in order to blend it, I want to pre-store the corresponding world space positions. We don't want to calculate this live, and for this we need a bit of code. You can see it here. We're asking for the conformal map coordinates of our own geometry stream and use a UVDist function to ask for the polygon number PR at a specific location on that polygon called ST, in order to then pick up the other mesh's world space position. So let's do that. The attribute wrangle will run over points and pick up world space positions from the other geometry stream by connecting it to the second input. We can call this positions because this is what we are storing. And first of all, come up with a vector called map and use the vertex function to pick up the map coordinates from the vertex class and use the vertex number that is underneath each point of our mesh. So now we would like to know the primitive number, the polygon number in this case, at a location ST of the other mesh. For that we use the UVDist function, which is the brother of the XYZDist function, but for UV maps, and refer to the second input. There we know it's also called map. We feed in our map and we want to get the primitive number at a location ST in return. The primitive number is simply the polygon number, and S and T are the relative positions on that polygon ranging from 0 to 1. So let's now ask for the position of the second input using a prim UV function referring to the second input's world position on the primitive number at the location ST, and store it as v at pos_1. So that way we don't need to ask for all this every time we're morphing. We want to have a pre-stored attribute which we can then blend in. For the blending, I would like to use the deformation wrangle because it's updating the surface normals automatically. It's just not called v at p, but simply pos there. So what we can do is we set up a slider, which I call bias. It's a channel float, and this is going to update our position using a linear interpolation between the current position and v at pos_1. Now you can play with the slider and morph from one mesh to another. Thank you for watching.